Hey, Blush Tribe, how y'all doing? I've been out here for like a lap or two, so I got a little energy, okay? But I just wanted to encourage you. As I was driving here, I was listening to the song, Hold On, Change Is Coming. Woo! So I was, I didn't show y'all how I sang in a car before. But the song just go, hold on, change is coming, hold on, don't worry about a thing, hold on, change is coming, hold on, don't worry about a thing. Okay, so I'm not a songstress, so I'm gonna leave that alone, but y'all get the idea. So God was telling me, he was saying as I was pulling up out here, he said that there is an opportunity that somebody has, that he has provided for you. You have been knocking at this door, not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times. It may be a marriage, it may be a career opportunity, it may be a contract, it may be your kids, it may be a brand new home, obligations, a car. You prayed for this thing. You was knocking at this door. Like in the spirit, I can see you like desperately want to get in this door. Now you in this door and it's not what you thought. So the first thing you got to do is recognize why everything you get don't never make you happy. And the reason why nothing can satisfy you is because you got to go inward. You keep looking for your fixes on the outside. You like, all right, if I get me another job, if I get me another car, if I get me another man, if I get me another shirt, another cosmetic surgery, if I get me some new eyeballs and whatever else people can go and get that got money, that think that that's gonna make them happy. Your daddy said you right where you supposed to be. You in that job that he put you in, you working with that family, you in that community, you changing that culture. And he said for me to tell you guys that song, hold on. And in the song it also says how I go, it say and you can do what you want to do, but if it don't work out, this is what you ought to do. Hold on, change is coming, hold on. So you want to leave, you want to be out of there like today, right now. You hope your daddy can zap you out, but he's saying that's not the plan he got for you. So don't leave, hold on, because change is coming. All right, now if a person is verbally, physically, emotionally abusing you, no, you gotta leave. But if you collecting your money, you've been able to do your purpose of why he sent you there, you able to meet your obligations, it's not killing you, you haven't went to go see no therapist behind it. Yes, dear. Okay. You're gonna have to run. I'm letting London go on this gate. And just call me when you want to get out. Okay. Ooh. All right. Gotta make sure the baby's safe. All right. So your daddy said you can't leave just yet. I know you want to leave. I know you just like, this marriage is not what I thought it would be. This man is not doing what he said he was going to do. This job didn't give me the promotion it said it was going to give me. This contract didn't tell me I was going to have to do all this traveling and obligating and staying up late and working off the clock. Listen, we always look at the clock. Even now, I may look at the clock and say, whoa, you've been on here 5 minutes. Oh, how many steps I get? I'm looking at the steps. I'm looking at when I get off. I'm looking at, how soon is it before I got to go to my event tonight. Whatever it is, we always watching the clock. Your daddy said, and y'all look at the clouds and everything. Everything means something. I don't know. Your daddy said, stop watching any clock. You don't work for no man. You don't work for no company. You don't work for no family member. You don't work for them kids. You don't work for your husband. You do everything for him. And when he tell you that stuff, it feel like, man, God, you being very like, you know, I can't do nothing. I can't eat the way I want to eat. I can't say nothing. I got to be the bigger person. I got to turn a blind eye to foolishness. I got to have all this discipline and self-control. This is the life. Let me make sure I put the camera right there so y'all can see. This is the life of the chosen one. Yeah, everybody want to be chosen, so it's time to do what chosen people do. All right? Everybody want to be great, to it. It comes down to the nitty gritty of what the great people got to do. So, yeah, you can't leave. If it's not causing you bodily harm, it ain't put you in nobody's mental facility. God said, toughen up. Toughen up, buttercup. You know what that means? That you're not going to be able to just run away from hard things. And it's going to get hard. When I say hard, it's going to, you're going to have to, the enemy going to shake up everything. Going to put you in a blender. And you know what the blender do? You can't recognize nothing in it. That's why when you look in the mirror, you unrecognizable. That's why when people see you, they hate you so bad, or either they love you so bad. It's like they either on one end of the spectrum or the other. Ain't no in the middle. All right? It's because you have clearly defined who you serve, what you about, what you gonna tolerate, what you gonna sit there and listen to. I have noticed myself walk away. And y'all know we together because we going through the same thing. You have noticed yourself, certain stuff irritates your spirit. You like, that doesn't interest me anymore. That gossiping, it disturbs my spirit. When I try to smoke or when I try to drink, it irritates my, certain stuff. You be like, I don't find that happy and pleasing to me anymore. That's because God is calling you higher, baby. All right? So when you find yourself walking away, these are ways to identify that God calling you. You can hear it in the spirit. You be like, man, don't y'all hear that? Or when danger is lurking, you be like, don't y'all, you feel that? Only you can spiritually feel these things. So that's why you can't operate like everybody else operates. Everybody else at the job gonna be complaining, gonna be murmuring, gonna be just acting a fool. And you gonna be like, no, my daddy didn't tell me to complain. This ain't a complaining moment for me. This is a time to praise. This is a time to give him thanks. This is a time to get more into purpose. You gonna be family members when somebody die. Everybody else gonna lose their mind. Falling all out in the flow. Can't make no good decisions together. You gonna be the one like, y'all know that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, right? Y'all know that we came here to die. Y'all know that, right? When somebody in your family die, that's your time to say, when this time comes for me, what will I have left an impression on the world? What would I have left behind? What is my legacy? It's you mourn, but it also is a realization. Good morning. It's a realization for you to remember that we all came to leave. Now the question is, what will you be leaving behind? And just like how that man, I just saw that man. Holy Spirit told me, he like, what is she out there doing? It don't matter. Let the onlookers look. I'm making legacy. That's the legacy. People need to see you, not in your bedroom. You can go in there and pray, but after you get up, God say go. And he's sending you to where you're trying to leave to. You're trying to leave there. But guess what? You can leave. That's what God is saying. You can leave. But once you leave there, you open up your own business, you're going to still have to deal with that same thing that you failed to deal with at that job. You leave that marriage, you're going to take yourself to that marriage. Whatever you failed to do in this marriage, you're going to have to do it in the next one. You cannot run away, Jonah. My Jonah's out there. I tried too. You're not going to be able to run. All holy hell is going to reign in your life until you do what your daddy said. All right? That's all I got to say. He said, hold on. Change is coming. And don't go. And if it's not causing you bodily harm, people doing this, that's not bodily harm. Especially if it's like a business partner or somebody that's kind of at a distance from you. It's not your children, it's not your husband, it's not your therapist, it's not your you know, somebody you got to have in your house. That's why your house, it needs to be pure. It needs, everybody in there need to be on the same accord. They need to know that when I'm recording, don't come bother me. When I'm on a life coaching session, this is mama doing what God birthed her here to do. All right? When you working out, you got to take care of your temple. Tell your kids. London, she done said it's cold out here. She done got in the car. Let them kids get in the car. Watch them. Make sure you're keeping them safe now. No neglect. But don't make no excuses. When you go in your house, that's where your peace at. And when your house is not at peace, your whole life is like everything's wrong. So first, you need to get your house in order. So when you go home, you can get away from all the drama. You can act in emotional intelligence. Now, if you don't have a good support system at home, like your husband and your wife, they are a problem. You know, how we be part of the problem too, but we say they the problem. If you still at the stage where you saying the other person is the problem, do a self-check. Say, look, these are the things I'm going to do. When they want to argue, I'm going to disengage. That's a hard one because you be like, Lord, ain't nobody in here going to stop me from reading them day rights. You're going to have to get a plan in place. You're going to have to disengage. When your kids cut the food, you're going to have to say, listen, no more gymnastics. That's London's thing. Because I don't have to pay that tuition. That is not in my contract with God that I got to give these kids extracurricular activities. Don't keep giving the kids more what they want when they not listening to you. No more football, basketball. I know one of the parents, he cut the dreadlocks off the child's head. Listen, get them where it hurt. All right? My hair all over my head. And this London calling me. I did tell her to call me, didn't I? Whew, this is going to cut the video off. Whew. No excuses, no excuses, no excuses. But your daddy did say, let me see if I hit the lock, she'll get out. Yeah. So my phone was ringing, you might have couldn't hear me. But I did tell London to call me when she wanted to get out. But yes, let's try. You want to leave, but you can't. And it ain't no use to you worrying about what other folks doing. Now that's, ooh, we waste so much time. And it ain't only y'all. I've done that. God sent me to a place. And I just was like, I'm out. I dip. Gotta go. Gotta go. But some places, you got to deal with that inner man. You got to deal with that inner critic, that perfectionism, that nasty attitude, that jealous spirit. This is stuff we don't really want to deal with. But them daddy issues, I don't know what is going on with my car. Technology. Charging. All this money for this car. And it don't want to work. All right. Go ahead and get out. You done warmed up? London. Now you know that could have waited. And when you called, it messed up the video. I thought you was ready to get out. Get back in, child. You coming out too? Come on, so I can watch you through this gate. Alright. Child, she done text and everything. Kids is growing up. And when your kids get a little older, even when they're younger, I got my master's degree when she was like 3. Listen. Don't use your kids as an excuse. Use them as motivation. All right. So yeah, you want to leave a place. Let me lock them doors back because I don't know. All right. So yeah, you want to leave a place, but just don't leave the gate. All right, London. Let's see. I done told her don't leave the gate. She leave the gate, it's gonna be consequences. All right. The nice mama, the nice daddy is out the window. All right, be very respectful, stern, but do what you say with these kids. Because they listening, they watching, they learning, they very intuitive. God gave them a Holy Spirit just like he gave you, left you a Holy Spirit. All right? So, yeah, you want to leave a place, but you can't, okay? And that's why I came on singing and whatever, but that's what your daddy said. Now, a lot of us, we flush opportunities down the toilet. Now, just like Jonah, he gon' send a great fish. All right, this is the great fish opportunity. You can take it. You can say, man, I know Coach Jess said don't get a divorce, but I gotta go. Like I said, if it is causing you bodily harm, it is emotionally got you about to be in a mental institution. It just stress you out. Your hair falling out. You don't want to eat. You didn't start to drinking and smoking and bad attitude. You know, if it's toxic, leave that thing. You got to go today. But if it's just you murmuring like the Israelites did for 40 years, let that spirit go. You able to pay your bills. You got flexibility in your schedule. You able to get the things you want. You can't have everything you want. I'm talking to somebody. I'm stepping on somebody's little toes this morning. Woo! Listen. That's just what your daddy said. I'm just a messenger. I have realized that I have took my place in the kingdom. I ran like Jonah. I got swallowed up. I had to stay in there for 3 days, 3 years, however long it took till I learned my lesson. I done came out. I done got on the path of what he had me on. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I even seen a man making cakes. It's a lady at my, she put these cookies out and put her Cashapp. She ain't worried about them folks stealing them cookies. I said, now what about somebody just take the cookies? That lady ain't worried, them cookies so good. Child, them people running the Cashapp that lady for them cookies. You got to get innovative and creative about what he told you to do and get about his business. All right? Because if not, you're going to get succumbed to the foolishness. That's why you focus on what everybody else doing, because you ain't got nothing else going on for yourself. All right? When I be in an environment, I ain't think about them folks. I don't care who like me. I don't care nobody. You know, if they on here talking crazy, this ain't for them. It's for the people that give it a thumbs up. It's for the people that subscribe. It's for the people that book coaching sessions. That's what I'm here for. I don't pay attention to that foolishness. In person, they be talking all wonk wonk, talking crazy. Child, if I even smell a craziness, sentence, phrase, my radar be like, doo -doo 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 -doo. See how fast you can get out of here. See how quick you can change the conversation. See how fast you can do God's will and get out the way. And when you see folks that's putting stumbling blocks in your way of being able to do what God sent you there to do, pray for them people. Don't go back and forth with a chicken. Don't try to set them up. Plead your case. When somebody asks you a question, answer the question they ask. When somebody gives you an opportunity to speak, speak. Don't overshare. Don't be answering questions they ain't asked. When somebody talking foolish, God have given me 2 opportunities this week. Folks talking foolish and I kept my mouth closed and the situation was deaded. But when you pour gasoline on top of a fire, it's going to explode in a night, okay? And I'm country, so y'all just have to, the way I say my words, just go with me, okay? So it ignite. I don't know if that's the way you say it, but you know what I'm saying, it get bigger. It gets bigger. So problems, my grandma taught me that. Keep your, girl, I wish I would respond to some foolishness. God send you away for a particular reason. When you hard-headed, you miss the lessons, you go the long way. When you leave a place and he ain't give you permission to leave that place, it's gonna stress you out. You're gonna be like, Lord, how I get out here in the wilderness? A lot of times you put yourself in the wilderness. And sometimes that's just the season we're in. So God said, hold on. Just like I'm holding on in this wind out here. All right, hold on. Change is coming. And you can do whatever you want to do. That ain't gonna work. What I'm telling you gonna work, but you know, once you finish bumping your head against the wall and crying and made a fool of yourself, you'll come back to this video and you say, what did Coach Jess tell me to do? Keep your mouth closed. Stay in position. Staying in position is a really good place to be. Because can't nobody kick you out till you give them what God done bless you with. All right? That's one thing the enemy don't want you to know. He can't have nothing. Just like God, really, he be needing us to do what he tell us to do. The enemy, he can't take your stuff unless you give it to him. He can't take your life unless he puts suicidal thoughts in your head and you start feeling unworthy, like you don't want to be here. Like, you know, nobody, they wouldn't miss me if I was gone. This job, you know, people come and go. But what about your clients? What about the vessels you were supposed to impact? What about the income that you're able to do so you can pay your tithes, so you can pay your child's gymnastic tuitions? It's certain stuff like that. The enemy cannot take your stuff, your life, your possessions, anything, unless you just say, here you go. You can have it. Now, sometimes God just be erasing stuff out of our life. We ain't had no business with it anyway. But that's not what... London! Stay down here. Come back. What? Well, you keep going back and forth. Yes, if you go up there, stay up there. Child, we so far apart. If I put the camera over there, you couldn't even see her, but she heard what I said. She marching her little hips right on down that hill. Listen. And sometimes kids gotta learn the hard way. We was in the store one day and I walked off. I thought she was behind me. Sister girl didn't know where I went. I went back to the spot where I left her. And sister girl wasn't there. Child boo-hooing and crying. Mom, Mom. And that everywhere we go, she be right there because I don't want to get lost again. Sometimes kids got to learn the hard way. All right? She looking at something. I make lists. She looking at something ain't even on the list. London, we ain't coming here for no crab legs. The crab legs had her mesmerized. But listen, the enemy can't have nothing unless you give it to him, okay? So I'm about to go because I ain't gonna be able to stay out here too long. But stay in position. To be in a position is a strong, powerful, mighty place. Because as long as you stay in position, God gonna move you. God actually gonna move them people that's causing you problems. And you gotta give God time enough to work. Time enough where you could say, man, I remember a time when that person used to give me all holy hell. They used to talk nasty to me. They used to treat me poorly. Now that I have stayed in position, whatever position God tell you to do, that person talk to me like they got some sense. And you really didn't have to do anything but stay in position and focus on yourself. Don't stay in position and don't do nothing. Stay in position and focus on yourself. Stay in position and focus. I'll be having stuff all over my face. Stay in position and focus on yourself, okay? Close your mouth. You are in control of your mouth. I don't know what it is, but God just got me going. I try to leave, but it's not time yet. Your daddy said, there's a time to talk. There's a time to speak. There's a time to act. There's a time and place for everything. You have to develop yourself emotional intelligence wise to know when you're talking to, like when the enemy is being used by somebody. If the person is not talking uplifting, encouraging, positive, giving what is it called, constructive criticism, it's like they telling you something because they just want to keep you suppressed. That's the enemy working in somebody. But if the person is talking like they got some sense, they trying to help you be a better leader, help you behave more ethically, listen. Don't try to say that person just hating on me. Everybody ain't hating on you. Some people want you to win. And you got to focus on those people that want you to win, that want the best for you. Okay? What else something you can do? Holy Spirit said, good morning. Holy Spirit said, be more friendly. Like, you know, people, when I wave at them, they act like they halfway want to wave back because folks ain't friendly. Especially folks that look like me. So look in the mirror. If your skin is any tone of brown, whatever it is, mainly for the brown skins, okay? Smile. See the abundance of God in everything. Whew. When you change your attitude, you shift the whole environment. Men, women, babies, girls, teenagers, elders. I got everybody from on the spectrum on the channel. Change your attitude, and your attitude encourages other people, because it's a mirroring. That's why I said don't match energy, mirror what you want. And when you see that person is not mirroring emotional intelligence, that person has something going on, that person is not in purpose, that person doesn't know that you're sent by your daddy, you're here in purpose, you're walking with the Holy Spirit, you have the power to pray and heal people. Everybody has the same opportunities. Everybody just don't take hold of them. But you a person that's taking hold of them. Tell them folks, by your actions of being quiet when you, oh, I didn't want to say hey. All right, well, that was simple enough. But yeah, I think I'm walking against, the sun is coming, huh? I'm gonna walk this way because I don't want to pick up his music in my video.
I'm gonna get my doll and we go.
Yeah, let's walk around one more time. Or either you can cut through the grass, however you want to do it. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, when you see somebody that's not operating with emotional intelligence, you have to say, this is not a person I want to go back and forth with. It's not going to be productive. It's not going to be uplifting. It's not going to help me get closer to my purpose. It's going to actually help me get further away from my purpose. You are more in control than what you give yourself credit for. And you don't always have to immediately just be like, all right, you'll never see me again. It's an easy solution, but sometimes you still got to do, God not finished with you yet. Okay? So when he's not finished with you yet, you got to keep on going. So I just wanted to encourage you all. So just keep going. Change is coming. And it's not by your will. This is God's message for you. He don't want you to give up on all of your blessings that he didn't put in your life so you can live the abundant life. Sometimes we be right there at the finish line. I know for me, whenever I'm doing something very hard and difficult, it's like right there when I get to the finish line, something in my brain just be like, you might as well just quit now. You might as well just stop. You might, man, you might have did this whole thing and it be wrong. Then when I keep going, I ignore that voice. I keep pushing and pressing and just clawing my way through a thing. I look at my grade, I look at my analytics, boom. So like I said, the enemy can't have nothing unless you give it to him. And I know that now, so the enemy ain't getting nothing. He gonna have to sit down somewhere and watch me eat this season. So when you somebody just negative, always got something to say, let me get off that wood before you get a splinter. Yeah, you know what a splinter is. Yeah, they're gonna have to sit down and watch you. You have to remember, when that negativity and that adversity come, they're gonna have to sit down and watch you. They're gonna have to watch you eat. All right, you've been letting him win and beat you up and get you to overreact, respond to that little low vibrational text message they send. Child, it's a negative for me. It's a no for you. Okay, change is coming. Stay in position. Focus on yourself while you're in position and watch your environment shift. It's all in your perspective and how you see things. Okay, I love y'all. I gotta go because I gotta get my steps in. I got an agenda today. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous day. I'll talk to you soon.